Good day, mates. Welcome back to Unpopular Aussie Opinions, the spot where we grab the thorny end of the stick in Australian sports and give it a good shake. No fluff, no filters, just straight talking takes on the AFL, the NRL, cricket, or whatever has the barbecues buzzing this weekend. I'm your host, the one who reckons a fair go means calling out the codswallop before it festers. Today, we are knee-deep in a storm that's got the footy world reeling. Whispers that Marcus Bontempelli, the Western Bulldogs captain fantastic, has been caught out cheating on his fiancée Neila Brenning, sending her packing and calling off their big day. The headlines scream heartbreak, the forums are frothing, and suddenly, the bloke we crown the greatest of his era is public enemy number one. But hang on a tick, this is all rumour, pure and simple, the kind of smoke without fire that scorches reputations faster than a summer blaze in the Mallee. In my book, it's a load of bollocks that's got no legs, and here's why we should all tell it to rack off before it does real damage. Let's dissect this mess, layer by sticky layer, because in the game of footy and fame, truth's the only tackle that sticks. Righto, for the uninitiated or those who've been off the grid-herding cattle up north, let's paint the picture of the man at the centre of this cyclone. Marcus Bontempelli, or the Buzz, as we affectionately dub him, isn't just any player. He's the heartbeat of modern AFL, the 29-year-old colossus who's turned Whitten Oval into a fortress of dreams. Born in the leafy suburbs of Eltham back in '95, he was scooped up 4th pick in the 2013 draft, a raw-boned kid from the Northern Knights with eyes like a hawk and legs like pistons. Debuted in 2014, snagged a Rising Star nod, and by 2016, he was hoisting the Premiership Cup after that epic drought-breaker against the Swans. 29 disposals, 2 goals, pure poetry in the September sun. Fast forward to now, and the tally staggering: 7 All-Australians, 6 Charles Sutton medals, 3 Lee Matthews trophies crowning him MVP in the eyes of his peers. Runner-up in the Brownlow twice, and in 2025, even with a calf knock sidelining him for the opener 5 rounds, he dragged the Dogs to 14 wins, sniffing finals like a bloodhound till that gut trencher against Freo on the last Sunday. But it's off the field where Bont's story shines brightest, the human bit that makes us barrack for him harder than for a contested mark. Enter Neila Brenning, the Canadian firecracker who plays wing for the Melbourne Ice in the Women's League, tough as teak, with a slapshot that could dent a ute tray. They crossed paths in 2021, post-grand final heartbreak when Marcus was licking wounds in Western Australia, and it was sparks from the off. By 2022, they were insta-official, strolling Brownlow red carpets like royalty, her in that stunning Effie Katz gown last September, him beaming like he'd just nailed a goal after the siren. He shouted her out in his MVP speeches, calling her the anchor in his storm. It all begins and finishes with my family, especially Neila. And then, late last year, the fairy tale flourish. Down on one knee in Florence, Tuscany's golden light bathing them, popping the question with a ring that could blind a seagull. She said yes, flashed it on the gram with a cheeky Beyoncé nod. Fee, Yonsei all on his mouth like Leaker, and the AFL lit up with congrats from teammates like Leham Vandermeer. They've even got the wedding locked for October this year, a not site buzzing with plans, plus a coffee shop venture in Kew and a Reno to boot. It's the stuff of footy romance novels. In it, a captain and his ice queen, building a life amid the chaos of centre bounces and contract talks. So how does a yarn this wholesome twist into tabloid trash? Cue the rumour: some shadowy insider reckons Marcus strayed, caught in a compromising clinch at a post-season bash, or maybe a sneaky text trail unearthed during the off-season lull. Neila, heartbroken, bins the wedding, goes dark on socials, and suddenly the Bulldogs' inner sanctum is a soap opera set. It's exploded across the platforms. Big footy threads dissecting every emoji, Daily Mail trawling for tears, and even the X-feeds, that's Twitter for the old schoolers, lighting up with hashtag Bontbetrayal and hashtag Neila deserves better. Fans are gutted, journos are juiced, and the poor bloke's legacy, that 2021 Prilla masterclass, the 2024 finals hauls, is getting sideswiped by speculation sharper than a Sharon's lace. One anonymous post claims a mate of a mate saw it go down at a Melbourne laneway bar. Another spins a tale of hotel keycards and regret. By Arvo T, it's viral venom, with well-intentioned punters piling on prayers and pitchforks alike. Now, here's my opening salvo, the unpopular opinion that'll have the keyboard commandos bang. This tripe is textbook troll fodder, zero proof, all poison, and we are lapping it up like it's halftime oranges. Scour the lot. Herald Sun's got nuptial news, not nasty splits. Wikipedia logs the proposal, not the phantom philandering, and the not sites humming with honeymoon hints, not heartbreak headlines. No club statement from the Dogs, no teary Insta from Neila. No paparazzi snaps of a solo Bont drowning sorrows in a Carlton draft. In an era where every misstep's megapixel evidence, think Latrell's traffic stop or Buddy's Barbie blunder, this one's thinner than a ruck tap on a wet track. It's born from boredom, mates, the off-season itch when the footy's flat and the fills the void with filth. We fact-check the feeds, zilch from credible corners, just echo chamber echoes bouncing off empty grandstands. And let's be fair dinkum, if this held water, with Marcus's profile, it'd be splashed across every front page from Perth to the pub, not skulking in subreddit shadows. Don't reckon I'm soft-soaping it, though. I get the pull. Aussies love a larrikin with a flaw, a hero who stumbles so we feel less small. Bont's the perfect mark, too polished, too perfect, captaining a club that's chased flags like a dog after a ute. Remember the whispers around Dusty Martin's wild nights, or Ablett's old man baggage? We devour the dirt because it humanizes the gods. But this? It's not adding depth, it's dredging the sewer. Neila's no footnote, she's an athlete in her own right, hospitalized last year in that carbon monoxide scare at the ice rink, yet still striding the boards like a boss. Imagine her scrolling the slop, wedding dress fittings on hold while strangers shred her story. Or Marcus, fresh off a season where he averaged 27 touches and a goal despite the hammy hitch, now dodging daggers he didn't draw. It's cruel, invasive, and in a league finally fronting mental health, with beyond blue banners at every boundary line, it's criminal how we casualize the carnage. Pull back the lens, because this ain't isolated. It's the AFL's Achilles heel in the spotlight age. We are a code of characters, the Dicos dynasty dazzle, the Crips clearance carnage, but the flip side's ferocious. Journos hound for the human hook, podcasters parse every partner pick, and fans, us included, fork over privacy for the price of a pie. Entitlement's the enemy. We pack the MCG, so we own the off-field? Bollocks. Bont's delivered the goods, that 2016 cup lift, the 2025 charge to the brink, yet we are scripting his downfall over a drink he might never have sipped. It's the same rot that chewed through the Mitchell marriage murmurs or the Pavlich paternity plots. When the on-field's gold, we mine the personal for muck. And for women like Neila? Double whammy, the puck-bashing pro reduced to the jilted bride trope, her slapshot sidelined for scandal sheets. My second unpopular whack, this gossip grind is grinding the game's gears. It turns trailblazers into targets, erodes trust, and chases talent to the exits. If we want Bont buzzing for another decade, we build walls around the private pitches, not bulldoze them for clicks. All right, fair shake of the sauce bottle. Could there be a whisper of wheat in this chaff? Rumours rarely rise from rainbows. Maybe a misinterpreted mate's night out, arms akimbo in a blurry booth, or a late night like on a lithe trainer's post. Relationships ripple. They've weathered grand final losses, ice rink horrors, the glare of the gala gowns. Pressure's a pressure cooker. Even saints slip on suds. And yeah, the wedding's mere weeks away. October's ticking like a time bomb. But verification's our virtue. Chase the clubs, the couples, not the chaff. If it's real, heaven forfend, then we rally right. Space for sorting, support sand spectacle, cheers for the chapters closing clean. Not this scattergun shrapnel that shames before it shows. So, what now, in the here and hooray? Simple as a set shot from 45. Stifle the shares. That group chat grenade? Yank the pin elsewhere. Second, salute the substance. Bont's the bloke who bossed pre-seasons post-injury, mentored the mids like a master, proved to captains not just calls but carries. Third, lobby for lines in the sand. Media code shielding the sacred, fan forums flagging the false, a league where love stays league-free unless led there. Pipe dream? Perhaps, but that's the unpopular pulse, poking the bear till it blinks. Winding this yarn to its end, folks, you've stuck with the rant, time for the recce or the roast, the Bontempelli cheating caper, the called-off nuptials? All wind, no wreckage, a whirlwind without warrant. It guts me not for truth's sake, but for the toll on treasures. Marcus's medal, Neila's nerve, a union unmarred by our meddling. Here's to them tying the knot in October's glow, to the buzz reclaiming the bounce in 26, to an AFL where opinions uplift, not undermine. Reckon I'm spot on, or shooting from the hip? Fire away in the comments. Thumb up if you're all for rumours can shove it. Subscribe for more unvarnished verdicts, and we'll rendezvous next rattle. Cheers from the cheap seats, and go you good things, dogs or otherwise. Keep the faith, keep it fierce.